Very dark man came out to do that video. I know that they've called you to tell you that I have petitioned them, right? NCCC, they've called you to tell you that I have petitioned them. So you have to come out and do your normal manipulative tactics. I'm a very wise woman. I know when to fight. I know when to listen. And I know when to speak. I'm not like you that speaks from the both side of the mouth. I'm not like you that is very, very manipulative, deceitful, corny. I'm far different from you. That's the difference between me and you. You've tried in all your might to bring me down, but you cannot. Because who God has made, no man can destroy. No man can destroy. I'm so glad that you yourself sat to see a lot of videos of you circulating on the same internet space. Videos that you made. Or you insisted that they cancel Naira Marley. With your own mouth. Videos that you made against them. Numerous videos. Before you decided to take a turn. So that you can know that you speak from the both side of your mouth. And people should not take you serious. Guys, let me go straight to it. So, yes, I was invited by the, police people? They call them the National Cyber Bullying stuff, right? And I was on my way to Tanzania for Priscilla's wedding when I was called upon. I saw the letter. I sent it to my lawyer. He put a call through. I sent a message that I'm not going to be around, but when I come back, I would honor their invitation. So I traveled and came back. When I came back, they responded with a letter and asked me to pick a date. I picked the date. And we went. Me and my lawyer, we got to Abuja. I didn't know why I was invited, but I had an idea. But I just didn't know which of it was, But later, I had an idea of why I was going there, so I went. When I got there, I met with Officer Suleiman. He was the one in charge of the case. I was also taken to see another senior officer, the lady. And Officer Suleiman took me in, and I was asked to write my statement. You know, when you want to first write statement, they will say you should write about when you were born, your this and that, your family, your address, your da-da-da-da, I wrote. When I was done, they asked me that what's my relationship with Naira Marley. That what exactly did Naira Marley do to me? I said, Naira Marley, I don't understand. They said, yes, now that Naira Marley is the one that wrote the petition. That, I should also explain my own side of the story. So I started explaining my side of the story. I talked about, yes, I used to promote Naira Marley's song through my TikTok video. I've never met Naira Marley before, which I thank God that when he came eventually, and I asked him before those police people, have you ever seen me before? He said no. So let me go back. So yes, I said, I used to promote a song until when Mohbad died. I was in America. How they even buried him was the first heartache for me when his neck was broken. I think I was on my way back to Nigeria. I came back, I went to Abuja. And then I saw a video, a Snapchat of Naira Marley coming to dance, At that time, fingers were already pointing towards his direction. A lot of videos started coming out. I was angry, like, guy, this is not the time for you to be dancing when one of your person, whether the guy is still under your record label or he's not under your record label anymore, at least he was part of you people on Snapchat. And I was like, then Sam Larry also, did one video, was saying, later deleted the video, but obviously the video had circulated, something like we are Uku in sorrow, that kind of thing. Like, when somebody's dead, the dead cannot speak, then later deleted it. I was like, Then videos started coming out about how he went to Naira Marley's house with some of his friends to say he didn't want to work with their manager anymore. How, you know, they were beaten. He landed in the hospital. We saw the bruises. He said, if anything happened to me, you know, they should hold Naira Marley. How there was so many videos just flying around. Until when I now saw Sam Larry's video, when Zlatan and Mohbad were having a video shoot, and he came in with some boys. They were holding weapon. They were holding something like a weapon, and I was like, So this thing is true. And as a concerned citizen, as a mother, I don't think I was the only one that was pained. Because if I was the only one that was pained when we did the candle night, I don't think the whole world would have done the candle nights that he did for Mohbad. We all came out. And I used my platform. Because a lot of narratives were flowing during that time. We had the narrative of the friend, you know, they say they're acting with ring. We had another narrative, you understand, about so many things. And then when Sam Larry's voice came out where he said, what he basing? What he basing means that they have buried him. All stations settled. I said, I don't want to believe. But with all these things that are going on, it's very glaring that Sam Larry bullied Mohbad. And what we saw in happened in Naira Marley's house, where he was beaten, his neck had a teeth bite and all that. Then Naira Marley bullied Mohbad. And I was angry. Now what you see will definitely bring a reaction. What you don't see might not bring a reaction. So we did not see how he actually died. We only knew a nurse gave him injection, blah, blah, blah. You understand? So definitely we need to find out exactly what happened in that house. Even though me and some of we concerned people are angry with all the videos that we were seeing about the bullying. And he also wrote a petition. And he sang it in his songs. And he wrote it on Twitter. He put it there on Twitter. The Twitters are there. Internet never forgets. It's not like we just saw only those videos. When Mohbad was alive, he put them on Twitter. He did videos mentioning Naira Marley's name, the Malian's name, and Sam Larry's name. They are there. So that is one thing. I said the other one was to find out exactly what happened in the last few hours before he died. I'm not a police officer. That is not my job to do. It's a murder case. And we must allow the right authorities to do that. So what did I do? I took my foundation up. The day I came out to do the first video, I contacted my lawyer. And I, said, I have a foundation. My foundation fights for things like this. So I took up that duty. Do you understand? To write to all the right authorities. And one of the first things I pushed for was for his body to be exhumed so that an autopsy can be carried out so that we can know exactly what killed him. Number 2 was to revisit all those that bullied him. And this is not just him saying I was bullied. We saw videos of bruises on his body. We saw when Sam Larry came in to say, oh, Nekuro Bibalini. And after that, we saw a video of bruises on his head. And someone said, see what Sam Larry did to Mohbad. So, are we supposed to just ignore all those videos and act like it doesn't exist? Or it never happened? A boy died. It's one thing for you to beat a boy. And the boy is still alive. That can fight for himself. And it's another thing for you to beat a boy. And a few months later, the boy is dead. And this video comes out. Any sane country would want to visit it. Except you people are telling me that bullying is okay. That was the second thing. The third one was so that he gets a befitting burial. Because myself and a lot of people were concerned about the way he was buried. His neck was broken. And so I wanted them to make sure that he gets a befitting burial. The fourth was that he was crying when he was alive, that his royalty was not given to him. So I also wanted the government to look into it, to help see that his royalty can be gotten and given to his family. At least he has a father, a mother, a son, and a wife. I don't know whether these things I did were wrong. That was what truly happened. So I'm still coming back. Let me finish. So they asked me to write everything I know down, and I wrote. Then they brought out a video. A 3-second video of where I said, Naira Marley, this is not London, where you think you can do and get away with anything. They said I accused him of murdering Mohbad. I said no. I said this is a 3 seconds video. I said unfortunately this video has been for a while now, so I can't remember word for word, but I know that in this same video, me, I'm a Yoruba woman. The problem that I was saying was that you guys cannot kill this guy emotionally, spiritually, and physically because of the bullying. It's not physically, Jerry, mentally rather, because of the bullying. Right? They said, okay, I should write it. I wrote it down. My lawyer now said, you cannot base your judgment on a 3 seconds video. This video was very long, so we need to watch everything. And I said, because in this same video that people are claiming, I said it that. I said, le pasaye, can you call my long? I said, me, I'm a Yoruba woman. Do you understand? And that is how we speak. I said, but in the same video, I said, I'm not saying I'm the one that killed him. I'm talking about the bullying. That, okay, if you did not bully him, and your manians were bullying him, and Sam Larry was bullying him, what did you do? I said, you need to come and explain what you did. I said, at least I remember some of the words. Because at that time when I was there, I have not even watched the video in a very long time, but I could remember what I had said. I said, but if I had concluded within myself that Naira Marley was the one that killed Mohbad, I would not have written a petition to ask that his body be exhumed now. There would have never been anything like coroner inquest because he was already buried, cemented, safe. And if there was no coroner inquest, now that they said, oh, he's not guilty for his murder, would that have happened? Would he himself have gotten justice on the murder side? I'm not talking about the bully side now. If I, Iyabo, my foundation, did not write and push, I did not just write and send you. I was going there, back and forth. We were on phone calls with the authorities. So, if I just had concluded in my head that you did it, I would not have pushed for that. The officer said I should write it down. Now, there's a video. They put a camera in front of me, and there's a camera there. So everything I'm saying, if they want to prove it in court, is there. Then I wrote it down. Then they asked about, they showed me another video where I said, Naira Marley, that is it that one that drugged my children and put drugs in their food and drinks I want to be talking to? Did I say that? I said, yes, I said that. I said I did. Because innocently, I went to help this boy called DJ Splash. When we got there, the first thing DJ Splash said when he saw me was like, I have helped your son before. I was like, you know Festus? He said yes. Because me, I don't know him. When I was doing the life was when I heard something was also wrong with one of the boys that lived in Naira Marley's house. And people were like, I should please help the boy. I should please help the boy. We should not let this boy die and all that. I was like, okay. They sent the number of the brother to me. I called the brother and I asked for him to send the address and I went there. Thank God I did not go alone. I went with media. I went with my production team. Yes, I went with my PA. I went with one of my friends and I went with some police officers. So I did not go there alone. When I got there, immediately the Splash saw me. He said, Mama, I know you. I said, I don't know you. I thought maybe he was talking about me being an actress. He said, no, I know your son. He said, your son had come to the Malian's house before, where I was there. And in fact, I was one of the people that helped him. I said, which of my son? He said, Festus. I said, okay, helped him as at how? Now, I already done the video. I was just there to see DJ Splash to help him out. I never knew anything of this had ever happened. When I'm not mad, me I will know. Yeah, boy, they come. So, I said, hey, oh yeah, speak. The media person wanted to start recording. I said, no, wait, don't record, though. Because I don't want this to be all about me. We came here to help this boy. But whatever he has to say that is related to my children or myself, let me hear it personally first. Because I don't want to mix it up. Because that time it was justice for Mohbad, right? So he said that Festus came to the house with Mohbad's manager, who was then Naira Marley's former manager, the lady, SI, if I'm not mistaken with her name. Then Festus' drink was spiked. I said, spiked as at how? He said, yes. There's something that they call, I'm trying to remember the name of the thing, or M something, I don't know. You know, like it's a drug that they put it in drinks and in foods and in everything, that they did it today, that they do it as a normal thing there. I said, was Festus aware that they put some? He said, no, and normally nobody's always aware. It's only them that live in their house that know about it. So when Festus drank that thing, Festus started acting funny, he was dozing off. And they wanted to record him, so he stood in front of them and said he should not do that. They wanted to collect his phone, but he took the phone on their behalf, and they were laughing, they were making jest of him while he was, trying to get himself. And then he dozed off at a point, but he tried to make sure that, they did not record him. He tried to make sure that, he collected his phones. One side of me was like, maybe because at that time, the Gislas had mental health. I was like, okay, maybe because this boy has mental health, he doesn't know what he's saying. Maybe he's just talking. One side of me as a mother was very, very angry. But I didn't want to be distracted. I wanted us to at least administer the help we came to do. So I said, okay, you know what? Festus is doing fine, he's in Turkey. I'll see to it. But right now, let's see to you. What is your story? And I told him, don't talk about Festus, let's talk about you. Then I asked that the camera starts rolling. And then that was when he did his interview. We went live, we did everything. Immediately he said what he had to say. The mom said what they had to say. The brother, everybody. I called on a doctor who handles cases that have to do with, drug-related mental health. He works with the Lagos State government and he has his own private hospital. And I've known him for years. I think I brought him on my show before, Goldmine. And I called upon him to say, sir, please. Because of my foundation, a lot of young ones that I see out there that we help, I always refer them for treatment. That's my only 2 quarters that I don't even come and talk about on social media. So I said, you know what, sir, I want to bring a boy to you. The mom will bring him. I'll give them the address and the phone number, please. This boy needs treatment. He's not doing fine, and we need you to help him. And I sent the first part statements to him. And I said, whatever it is, that is the other payment, please forward it to me when he comes to see you. Because treating patients that have any mental health related issue is not a cheap treatment. So what did I do after that? Immediately that was done, his account was put out there because I saw their living conditions. I saw that the mom could not, she didn't have anything. They could not take care of this boy, So she put her own account, and well-meaning Nigerians donated their own quota lessons to them. And I told her, please use this money for his treatment. Treating this boy is not it's not going to be cheap. So please use it wisely. Get him enough food. Just, if at the end of the day the money is not enough, let me know. I would support in my own little way. Her account statements are there. I'm sure that if they request for DJ Splash Mom today and ask her to print out all her bank statements, if there's any part that she transferred money to me or any account that seems shady, they can investigate it. Rather, I was the one supporting financially. Even at the time I requested for DJ Splash account, where I think I sent him not once, not twice, money in my own little way. So that one went. We did that. I said, so that day, I was very angry. I was talking to my son. Because when I left, I don't think I've even left there when I started calling Festus. He said he was in class. Later, I said, okay, when I get home, I'll call you. Festus, what happened? Festus said, oh, Mom, just leave it. You know me, I don't want any social media drama. At least your son is fine. At least I'm okay. It's okay, I'm fine. Don't worry, let it go. Thank God. Be thanking God your son don't do anything. So Priscilla had to call me. I said, Mom, Brother Festus don't like trouble. Yes, it happened, but Mom, just let it go. Let's not be distracted. At least Brother Festus is doing fine. So let's just, but as a mother, I was angry. And I was not only angry, I was angry because I had also sent young boys to him, at least 2. Fabims, who he signed for a while and then they went apart, who also suffered a kind of mental breakdown at a point. So I could now relate. The other one, thank God, was my cousin, is it nephew? My nephew, but that one just went there and thank God he doesn't do that kind of songs. Do you understand? So that one left. I was just trying to help and I was like, But I was still, I was angry. Then I got a call Jigon, I am sorry. I would have to say this, right? Because I already said it when I went to the police in Abuja. Then I got a call from Jigon. And then Jigon confirmed to me that it did happen, and he was the one that even saved Festus. That I should ask Festus. That he was the one that took Festus, took him to the toilet. Do you understand? Made him vomit everything, you know, and then took him into the car so that he was the one who took it, and he warned Festus never to come there again. That Jigon was the one that confirmed it to me. And that's when I was like, okay. So this actually happened. Then I was driving that day. I was very angry that day. I was talking, and then I saw Very Dark Man's post about failed that trace, no failed that trace. I was angry already. That's how you could see that I could not even wait to get where I was going. I did a live video where I blasted, where I insulted his mom. And then I made mention of that. Immediately after that video, my children started calling, mommy, we have begged you now. We have told you don't say anything. Just let it go. I said, okay, I will let it go. But I am a mother. I will be angry. I will be angry because I'm a single mother. What if Festus lived in Nigeria, and after his drink had been spiked, and then he now starts going back there because, drugs, he could start getting addicted to it, and then my son ends up a junkie. Is it not the same Nigeria that will say, oh, she's a useless mother, she's a failed mother, oh, she's a this mother, she's a that mother? I wanted to come out so bad to talk about it, to fight against it, but my children said no. Jigon also advised all the people in the group that knew about it. Also, everybody advised me to just, Mama, your son is doing fine, so just leave this aside. Now, I had already done my video. We already had started the Justice for Mohbad movement.